This is the intersection of Heritage Road and Entertainment Circle Road. This is where the collision occurred. There's the designated right turn lane. There's the gasoline mark when gas came out of the tank of the bike. And that appears to be where the skid mark ends. And the skid mark appears to begin right about there. The darkest skid mark. Darkest skid mark is probably the freshest skid mark. Those other marks are probably just regular tire marks. There were cones on those yellow pavement markings, and the cones went all the way to that curve and around that curve up there. I believe that this is a traffic control lane for when there's an event, because it's a traffic jam. It is a traffic jam when there is an event. Now the cones were up that Saturday. For the event that was going to take place later that evening. Traffic is a little heavier now than it was that Saturday afternoon. But the Toyota came to right about there, turned on its left turn signal, crossed into the designated right turn lane, went up to the corner there, parked or stopped, slowed and stopped right about on the right turn angle, while angling somewhat toward the intersecting road, as if it was going to turn right. Apparently the driver was intending on swinging wide and was preparing to swing wide in a U-turn. Driver apparently was going to do a U-turn around the cones there, around the yellow markings, and back into that other lane of travel. And when the Toyota turned on the left turn signal, I was driving about 200 feet behind the Toyota, and I applied the brakes for about a second and slowed about 4 miles per hour from about 45 to about 41 miles per hour. And I slowed just until the Toyota turned into the designated right turn lane, believing that the Toyota flipped on its left turn signal but was actually going to do a right turn. And I seen the Toyota go all the way to the end, slow at the corner there, come to almost a complete stop, somewhat pausing at an angle there. And so I moved into the left portion of the travel lane, going southbound there, and was going to just drive past the Toyota. And when I got to right about there, the Toyota turned left to do its U-turn and crossed my path. And I had less than a second to react. The tread mark there is about 57 feet long. So looking at how fast these cars are traveling past, I'm timing it at about like 3/4 of a second. I had to react, and I just slammed on both the front and rear brakes and glided head on into the rear left side of the Toyota, right about there. I was ejected forward, did a flip. I believe I did a flip, landed on my back. The bottoms of my feet landed hit the ground first, and then my lower back hit next, and then the back of my head protection hit after that. I almost landed completely flat on my back. And the bike was, after I got up, the bike was pointed northbound in the opposite direction I was going, and it was laid over on its right side. So it must have collided and was dragged and spun and knocked over on its right side, kind of all at the same time, while the Toyota continued its U-turn, went up the road about 200-300 feet and parked in the cones right about there. And like I was saying, there's the curve up there. That's a 30 mile per hour curve. It's posted at 30 miles per hour. And this is a 45 mile per hour road. And when I talked to the driver indicated that I was saying that the driver had abruptly slowed going around that curve up there, going southbound, going around the curve, going southbound, causing me to also slow as I was just getting into the curve. And he indicated that I slowed a little, and that he was going to do a U-turn there, but decided not to. And when he abruptly slowed about 8 to 10 miles per hour or so to about 20 miles per hour, he didn't turn on his left blinker, and his brake lights weren't working. But talking with him about that indicates that he did see me, and that he should have looked in his mirror a little closer when he was stopped up here before turning and doing his U-turn. But he didn't, apparently he didn't look in his side view mirror or his rear view mirror, and didn't do a head check. And he also could have just stayed in the travel lane, kept his left blinker on and slowed down, and I would have, his intentions would have been more clear. But he didn't do that also.